Hello and welcome to Digi8.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on 5 dysfunctions of a team. Now let's start with the introduction of the 5 dysfunctions of a team. Many Fortune 500 management teams and CEOs have been monitored and trained by Patrick Lencioni. As a Table Group's, as a management consulting firm's president, he noticed every evident behavioral pattern connected to the breakdown of teams. He wrote a book consisting of 229 pages only about these patterns, known as the 5 dysfunctions of a team. Moving on to the key questions as part of this model. According to Patrick, one must start with the following 5 questions. First, do the members of the team openly share their opinions with the rest? Second, are the team's meetings yielding and captivating? Third question, are the team members quick at making decisions and avoid being demotivated by demographics? Fourth question, are the members of the team confrontational about their flaws? And finally, do the members put the team's well-being before their own desires? Now moving on to the 5 dysfunctions of a team's model. Similar to the Maslow's theory, these 5 dysfunctions are also hierarchical and form a pyramid. At level 1 is the absence of trust. Level 2 is fear of conflict. Level 3 is lack of commitment. Level 4 is the avoidance of accountability. Level 5 is the inattention to results. Now let's look at each one of them briefly along with the solution for each of these dysfunctions. Moving on to the first one, absence of trust. Problem in this case is the members hesitating to ask for help, not acknowledging their weaknesses or errors, or being guarded might give rise to distrust or the lack of trust. A basic level of comfort is needed between team members for them to trust each other. The solution in this case is managers must acknowledge their errors, weaknesses and restrictions and ask their team members for help in order to set an example. Team members will follow the leader. This will integrate into the workplace culture and a strong foundation for the rest of the pyramid. Eventually, the employees will start trusting each other. Moving on to the second dysfunction, that is the fear of conflict. Important issues cannot be debated or discussed honestly and ardently without team members trusting each other. Attitudinizing in work environments where members of the team do not convey their opinion freely results in substandard decision making and time waste. The solution in this case, members must be corrected when conflicts turn unhealthy. Healthy instances should be acknowledged to show members what healthy conflict is. Conflict must be instituted to be purposeful and acceptable. Create conflict by pitching a terrible idea in meetings and testing where the members agree just to steer clear of conflict and then initiate a healthy dialogue. The third dysfunction is of lack of commitment. Vagueness is fostered in workplaces where commitment is absent, making it challenging for team members to execute decisions. Employees, especially the good ones, tend to be dissatisfied with the absence of guidance and devotion. The solution in this case, it is essential to be clear and have closure in order to tackle this dysfunction and move higher up in the pyramid. In addition to analyzing important decisions and deciding what to convey to staff members, clear time limits must be set and contingencies should be planned to get over these fears. Moving on to the fourth dysfunction of avoidance of team accountability. Without the commitment strategy, it gets challenging for even the most engrossed members to point out when their colleagues' actions are ineffective. This enables mediocrity, and while the leader remains the only discipliner, members with inferior performance slip by. Solution: individuals who reach this hierarchy level know that it is not personal and members of the team call them out. Here, team members can hold each other responsible and handle difficult situations. Ways to ensure a healthy environment are setting clear benchmarks, rewarding the teams, and reviewing their progress. And finally, we move on to the top of the pyramid and the fifth dysfunction, that is inattention to team objectives. When members are not held responsible, they tend to give more importance to their own desires than the company's objectives. Business is adversely affected when teams forget that achieving business goals is essential. Solution: acknowledgement or reward should be used to recognize team's performance due to commitment, answerability, healthy conflict, and trust in the company. This will make it easier for the members to put the team's well-being ahead of their needs. Teams can deal with failure flexibly, continue performing excellently, and stay devoted with the help of these solutions. And finally, to conclude, the 5 dysfunctions are now identified and understood. 2 exercises to build a more compatible team and deal with these issues are offered by Lencioni in case an individual wants to work more with their team members. First, personal histories, as in building trust with less susceptibility to risk. And next is team effectiveness, that is providing feedback with performances to develop answerability. It is not always easy to initiate such discussions and tend to be vulnerable with co-workers. Nevertheless, like every other relationship, it is crucial to tackle conflict, commit to goals and team members, and trust each other. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on 5 dysfunctions of a team. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. Thank you and see you in the next video.